Hi everyone, happy Monday. Sorry to say, but my doctor says I need to be out another week. I'm going to call him tomorrow and see if I can get that changed. But as of now, my note is for this full week again, and district policy says that I cannot be back with that note. So we will see what I can do. I am feeling a little bit better, so we'll see. But with that, we are just going to plug along. I'm at school today to get your test to see how you guys did on that and get everything organized for this week. So looking at this week, things don't look too bad. We are going to start graphing with tables again. You guys have done this before with exponentials. We're going to work with quadratics, so the first 2 days should be really easy. I think you'll do really well. I'm going to use the note packet that has everything in it that Miss Beal uses, and the only reason I'm doing that is because I didn't have time to make up my own, and with the graphs I think this will be much easier for you. So let's just get started here. And by the way, if you use my calculators, I need them back because when I left, I had a bunch. Now I have 2. So please get those back. So in your note packet, open to Unit 10, Day 1, and we're just going to define a few things. A quadratic function, guys, is a function with a degree of 2. So it's a function with a degree of 2. So the highest exponent you can see on a variable is 2. And then a parabola is the graph of a quadratic function. And you're going to be looking at those today. And the vertex is the highest or lowest point on the graph. All right, so here we go. We're going to go through some examples. I want you to do them with me. It's stuff we've done before, so it should be very easy for you. And now, of course, I've hidden my calculator, so I can't even find it for myself. So let's just move on up here. The steps to graphing a quadratic function are very basic. What you need to do is you need to make a table, and on your worksheet the table is shown. On mine, I have a mess for some reason. I have no idea why. So we're going to start with, this is your equation you're going to graph right here. Y equals x squared. I have no idea what this mess is right here. So I'm going to cross it out. On your worksheet, it says x, and then you have your line, and then it says y equals x squared, and then it has your output. So just like before, we pick our values for x. I like to pick negatives, I like to pick 0, and then I like to pick positives. So it looks like you have 5 spaces on your table. So I'm going to go -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. So we go y equals -2 squared. Now that's an exponent, so make sure you square -2. Negative 2 squared means negative 2 times negative 2, so that would be 4. Then we go y equals negative 1 squared. Negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. Y equals 0 squared. 0 times 0 is 0. Y equals 1 squared. 1 times 1 is 1. And y equals 2 squared. 2 times 2 is 4. All right, so now we have our x and our y. These are ordered pairs, you guys. So I have a negative 2, 4. I have a negative 1, 1. I have a 0, 0. I have a 1, 1. And I have a 2, 4. So your next step would be to go over to your graph and plot these points. So my first point, negative 2, 4. Put a dot. My next point, negative 1, 1. My next point, 0, 0. My next point, 1, 1. And then my next point, 2, 4. So I have plotted all of my points. And then the last thing I want you to do is connect the points. So here is what a parabola looks like. It looks like a U. It'll either open up or it will open down. Now when I talked about a vertex being the highest or lowest point on the graph, your vertex is this point right here. It is 0, 0. That is your vertex. All right, let's go on to another problem. Let's go on to, let's see. This is really ugly. Let's go on to y equals x squared plus 4x plus 3. So again, we have a little bit of a mess here. I'm going to use this one right here. Not sure why this happened. We're going to cross this out, and I'm going to draw my own table. So we're going to. So when I draw my own table, I'm going to have an x. Make it look just like yours. Then I have in the middle y equals x squared plus 4x plus 3. And then I'm going to have my output y. So I'm going to pick the same exact values. Negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. So now it's just a matter of plugging into my equation. Y equals, put it in parentheses, negative 2 squared plus 4 times negative 2 plus 3. Now do the math. Negative 2 squared is 4 plus 4 times negative 2 plus 3 is negative 1. Negative 1 is our next value for x. Y equals negative 1 squared plus 4 times negative 1 plus 3. Negative 1 squared is 1 plus 4 times negative 1 plus 3 is 0. Now we'll plug in 0. Y equals 0 squared plus 4 times 0 plus 3. Well, 0 squared is 0, plus 4 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. Now let's go on to 1. 1 squared plus 4 times 1 plus 3. 1 squared is 1 plus 4 times 1 plus 3. That would be 8. Now let's do 2. Y equals 2 squared plus 4 times 2 plus 3. All right, 2 squared is 4 plus 4 times 2 is 8 plus 3 is 15. So let's plot these points. My first point is -2, -1. So -2, -1. Then I have -1, 0. Then I have 0, 3. All right. Then I have 1, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. And then I have 2, 15. Well, it looks like I am going to run off the page here. And it also looks like I don't have a complete parabola now, does it? Looks like I have a partial parabola, which is kind of interesting. One thing about parabolas is they are symmetric. So let's try and plug in. If you look at, I have a -1, 0. I'm going to plug in -3 and see what I get. So if x is equal to -3, what do I get? -3 squared plus 4 times -3 plus 3. So that's -3 squared is 9 plus 4 times -3 plus 3. I get 0. So when x was -3, my y was 0. So you can see that if I would have used -3, it would have started to turn right here. One thing about parabolas, quadratic equations, is at the vertex, you can always draw what we call a line of symmetry, which will cut it in half. So equal parts on equal sides. All right, so I hope that helps you a little bit here. The worksheet you're going to do today, I'm confident gives you values for x that you plug in. You work through those values for x to get your output for y. I hope everything's going well. I miss you guys tons, and please, please, please work hard. Work through these problems and get them done for your sub and behave. The sub says you were really good last week, so please, again, continue that. I don't want to come back to any poor behavior. If you need me, message me on Schoology. A lot of my pre-cal kids have been doing that, and that's great. I will respond to you. So have a good week. I will send you another video probably on Wednesday, because Tuesday's work is just more of the same. All right, guys. Talk to you later.